In the wake of the Parkland mass shooting, the unimaginable loss of children to gun violence has once again brought discussions of gun control, mental illness, and school safety to the forefront of the national discussion, with many weighing in with their thoughts and opinions. Tonight we hear firsthand from a mother who lost her little girl in the Sandy Hook shooting in 2012. Michele Gay is the co-founder of Safe and Sound Schools, which provides tools and resources to develop school safety plans, and Carolee McGrath brings us her story.
So it's important that we help each other understand what simple things we can do to enhance safety in a crisis situation.
Michele Gay speaks before parents, teachers, and law enforcement officers at the Wellesley Free Library. She didn't set out to be an expert on school safety, and yet now it's her life's mission.
Our custodian who saved all those lives, he knew in a split second, I've got to warn them. They have to know to protect themselves.
Michele lost her youngest daughter, Josephine, December 14, 2012, at Sandy Hook Elementary School in Newtown, Connecticut. The first grader had just turned 7. Josephine, or Joey as she was called, was autistic. Her family was slated to move after the holidays to Sudbury, Massachusetts. Josephine was murdered that morning, along with 19 other first graders and 6 educators. Michele told the parents gathered that the night before, when she tucked Josephine into bed, the little girl was upset about something, and Michele says she promised she would take care of it.
I had kind of selfishly tucked her in and said, I promise I'll figure it out. And it really stuck with me in a negative way. As the day was unfolding, I was very angry with myself, and then it dawned on me that I would just have to find a different way. And so that's what this is for me.
Michele is the executive director and co-founder of Safe and Sound Schools, which helps school districts across the country assess and develop safety plans. Michele says each community is unique. In their Straight A Safety Toolkit, they advise districts to assess, bringing in law enforcement to look at their particular school safety plan, act, and then audit. She says schools need to incorporate more than a lockdown in their safety plans and can use components of ALICE training, for example, which trains teachers to evacuate if possible, but provides strategies for teachers who can't.
That's an idea that comes from them. They were special educators of children that had a lot of mobility issues. So she needed to make sure that they could secure their locations quickly and easily, even though they didn't have locking doors. And so she, with the help of local police and fire folks, they began to look at the environment. And they realized, hey, we can use these armoires that are on wheels, and we can push them there and lock the wheels, and now we have this effective barricade.
Safe and Sound as an organization has made a decision to steer clear of the gun control debate and just focus on safety. But Michele does say she would love to see police officers in as many schools as possible. The latest school shooting in Parkland, Florida has prompted students all across the country to stage walkouts and call for tougher gun control legislation. Nicholas Cruz is charged with 17 counts of murder after he allegedly opened fire inside Marjorie Stoneham Douglas High School.
I'd love to see a school resource officer in every school. And I would liken it to a school nurse. I want to see a school nurse in every school in America. She or he is our resource for anything medical, anything health and wellness related. So we should be looking at our school resource officers as that safety resource.
It's a proposal that's been talked about since the Newtown shooting and has been brought up again in recent weeks. A school resource officer at a Maryland high school responded in 60 seconds recently to a shooting, firing at the 17-year-old suspect just as the suspect shot himself. Wellesley has one school resource officer, but voters recently approved funding for a second one for the district. Shauna Wazinski is a mother of 2 boys.
I feel like one should be at a high school level at all times. There should always be one there. Like, look what just happened in Maryland. That guy saved lives, and he should be looked at as a hero, and that's what I would want for our kids, to know they're safe.
Joelle Reedy of the Wellesley Action Alliance says Michele's story is helping her community have a conversation about safety.
I thought by bringing her here and by being able to start a conversation with the community around these difficult issues, that it would help, and that she was the perfect person to kind of be the catalyst for that.
Michele's older 2 daughters who were at Sandy Hook that day are now in high school. She says she and her husband have relied on their faith to sustain their family. And Michele says she's fulfilling the promise to her little girl.
She's the light of our lives still. Happy, smiling, affectionate, joyful, brilliant, and truly inspiring. With me in everything that I do, obviously. And just, it's amazing. It's a journey, right? It's this process of recovering from what happened to us, how we lost her is going to be lifelong. But she's here with us, and she's a part of it, and our inspiration for finding a way to move forward in a positive way.